Hello. I wanted to check in with you and give you a video update of my latest knife build. It is a carpenter's knife. I'm calling it carpenter's knife. I don't know. I'll come up with a name for it. But there it is, all fit and finished. A few little blemishes on it, but that is the knife. Linseed oil, oiled up from one end to the other. It was quite a build. I took several days to figure the knife up and meditated on it for another 2 days before I started, because I knew that it was going to be a challenge. But nevertheless, this is how it works. It's in lock, so you can stick it in your pocket or your tool bags, or I'm going to make a leather pouch for it to go on my side, another sheet on my belt. But you turn it, and I put a thumb flip on it, but I got it a little small, so it's a little tricky to get it out. But once you do, you twist it back, and that locks the blade in. I have a chisel point on this, a single beveled chisel point that is like honed to a nice chisel razor edge. There's the handle is ergonomic. You can hold it here for scribing. You can hold it up here if you want to choke up on it. I wouldn't slip. That blade is shaved my arm sharp. So I'll demonstrate what I made it for. It's made for what's called a knife wall in carpentry, cabinetry and fine carpentry. So if I was going to make a cut with a handsaw, what I would do is I would take scribe. I also made that because oftentimes my pencil cut is too wide, and when I'm trying to get an exact measurement, an exact cut, I'll have to split the pencil line in half just to get it right. So this will give me a nice little sharp hairline mark. So measure this, it's marked, and I take this straight edge, and I only beveled it on one side, as you can see. That is like a sushi knife. Whenever they're cutting sushi, they bevel it on one side so that they can cut against their knuckle. And I can see this flat edge is flat up against my square. So I've measured, and I want to make a cut here with my saw. Place that against my side wood, hold firmly against my square, and make a mark. And this is hardwood. This is oak. It's real hardwood, white oak. So I'm going to scribe it several times. What that does gives me a nice, crisp, clean line. You can't see that from there, but there is line. I've got my camera tied up, so I can't take it down to show you. Nice, fine line. What I do after that is I take this chisel point, or a chisel. I have another one. This is my all-around chisel, and as you can see, it's got a mirror finish. See that finish? I've honed that and then stropped it until it is glossy mirror. So this is sharp. This is sharp enough to shave. So I've got this mark here. I can take a regular chisel, which I may do, but I made that for that reason. The only difference is it's got an angle on it, so it's going to be tricky. My lock slips and close up on my fingers, so make sure the lock is twisted tight. Take this chisel and you go to that line and you back cut to it with the chisel. That gives you a flat surface, a flat vertical wall for your handsaw to fit up against if you're making dovetail cuts or something like that. This would work also. Like I said, I just gotta make sure it's tight, locked. My first one, if I make another one, like I said, there's a few things I could have done better that I will improve on. The ramps that lock, the tightness. I mean, when you start putting knives together like this, you're talking about increments, thousandths of an inch, and I'm working with a craft ruler to get my measurements. I'm using a hand drill to drill, or not a hand drill, but I'm using a screw gun, a cordless screw gun, to drill off like this. So this has that nice shiny beveled edge on it too. Not quite as shiny as my other chisel, but pretty shiny. So I can back cut against that line that I made right there. So I can take that and use it like a chisel. There's one. We'll make 2 or 3 of these. Hope doesn't want to clean out of there. So, got my cuts. Made 3 lines, 3 marks. I'm going to twist it back. And I got my steps right on this. I twist it and it locks. And when I twist it back, it hits against there and stops it automatically in the right place. The bottom, to open it, see, I can click. It's very convenient. It closes it up. The bottom, I didn't get those steps right. So it's a guess. You got to actually look at it to get it centered in that little slot right there and to get it open. So in the little slot to get it open. But you lock it, stick it in your pocket, your tool bag, or your shoe. And then take this handsaw, put it in our knife wall. So you have a perfect cut. I'm going to take you down here, carry you over, and let you see what I did. Get camera in the right place. So this is first cut is just the knife. Second cut is with the chisel out of it. You can kind of see it's chiseled out. Third cut it with the saw, and that's what that's made for, is so that you can saw and then chisel back to it. You can use a plane to plane that out. They have hand planes, block planes, or rabbet planes. Plane that out with and get that meat out the right depth. And then also for dovetail joints. So I wanted a knife to build, and I wanted something that would be useful for carpenter work. And instead of just building an old knife that I could go out and cut wood up in the woods or whatever, I wanted camping. I wanted something for a tool to carry on the job site. Anyways, thank you for looking.